David Tennant era. Let's talk about it. David Tennant's era on the show, and yeah, I was just watching this. But let's give my top five favourite things from David Tennant's era. What happens? Yeah, let's get into it. I'm watching part two of The End of Time. So yeah, let's get into this anyway. It's in the background. What a way to end David Tennant's era. Journey's End was a phenomenal story. We have Journey's End and The End of Time Part 1 and Part 2. Them stories I absolutely love. They're one of my favourite David Tennant stories. I had to give that a little shout. I also had to give out a little shout to my top five. Let's go into it. So my favourite top five. There's no order this goes in, but it is the companions: Alonzi, Russell T Davies, and we've also got the magnificent David Tennant himself. And number five we'll have to get into. Stay tuned. Yeah, so first up is the companions. So we had Amy, not Amy, wrong doctor. We had Rose. Rose helped the Doctor from the Ninth Doctor to the 10th Doctor. Although I didn't love the love dynamic between them, I thought she helped him so well throughout the Time War to make him better. We've also got Donna Noble. Donna Noble was fantastic. I thought she was what he needed as a companion, a friendship, especially after Martha. Martha was brilliant as well, and I'm gonna say Martha did well. She also helped him out and made him better. Donna even saw the difference in that. He was willing to blow up these ships after Rose gone, and Martha made him more compassionate. Yeah, and we've also got Donna, just wonderful and amazing, and Wilfred, I'd class him as a companion. And we've also got Captain Jack involved. That dynamic with John Barrowman and David Tennant performance was phenomenal. Yeah, and then we've also got Sarah Jane Smith. She was added in the mix, and this is how I fall in love with Sarah Jane. So she was a wonderful add-on to the David Tennant era. Next door is Alonzi. His catchphrase was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. Every time he said it, I really enjoyed the Alonzi moment. David Tennant saying that from Series 2, the finale of Series 2, up until his regeneration episode. Yeah. Next up is Russell T Davies. Of course, it had to be Russell T Davies. His writing is incredible. Journey's End, I absolutely love that Dalek story of Davros and the 10th Doctor. End of Time Part 1 and 2, what a way to go out. A lot of people debate between it being good and bad, but I really enjoyed it. And yes, we've also got School Reunion, bringing back classic companion and a new companion and making it work, We've also got John Sim. John Sim was written in from the wonderful Russell T Davies with the Master, and Russell T Davies also added in Sontarans to the story and made David Tennant's era so phenomenal, and plot points like Bad Wolf was even in David Tennant's era with Series 4, so Bad Wolf, Howard Saxon. We've also got the Daleks and Rose returning for Series 4. We've also got the drum beats, the calling to the 10th Doctor's end, So there's so many plot points throughout the story from Russell Davies. And then it's David Tennant himself. David Tennant was absolutely phenomenal. He was the Doctor from my childhood. He means a lot to me because he helped me through a lot. I'd watch an episode if I was upset, or it would put me in a good mood, to watch David Tennant's era as a kid. And I grew up with David Tennant. He was my favourite Doctor as a kid. Now it's Pete Capaldi, but David Tennant's second, and he was always helped me through a lot. And David Tennant, rightly so, is second. He debates should be first. He made geeky cool. The skinny, cool, spiky head geek the 10th Doctor was made it so good, so interesting, so phenomenal, and also made his performance, he put everything into it. He was a Doctor Who fan when he was a kid. His Doctor was Sarah Jane and the 4th Doctor and the 5th Doctor. His era was that. And my era was David Tennant, and I absolutely phenomenally loved that. And yeah, he had a good run. He said, I've met David Tennant. I've been lucky enough. I've got an autograph back there of David Tennant. And I'm lucky enough to have met David Tennant and said, I really enjoyed you as the Doctor. And to hear him say, thank you, Connell. He said my name, and to hear my Doctor say my name was incredible. And also he said he would return. You know, he's done well. He works with fans. He's so nice to the fandom. He was nice to me. And he said he was return if asked for the 60th, you know, if the suit still fits, he said. So yeah. And then finally, to end it off, what better to be than the Doctor's monsters? The build-up, you know, we could have said the Sonic Screwdriver because he's had a lot of that, but it has to be the monsters at first place, you know, to make his era so scary and different. We've had the Weeping Angels come from his era, although he wasn't in the episode that much. The Weeping Angels come and made the David Tennant era so interesting. We've also got characters from the David Tennant's era as well, but we're going to stick with the monsters, and that is the Daleks. He made the Daleks different and brand new to the 21st century. The Daleks worked well. We've got monsters from the spin-offs. David Tennant's era had spin-offs to include Sarah Jane and Torchwood was in that era, you know, the Russell T Davies era. We've also got the Cybermen in this new form, John Lumic style, and they're my Cybermen, so I love their designs. I have a soft spot for the Cybermen designs. We've also got the Sontarans' new look, you know, these classic monsters being brought into the mix, and we've got the Ood, of course, an actual new creation which was done so well. So yeah, that was my top 5 favourite of not only Russell T Davies era, it's the David Tennant era. David Tennant's era was phenomenal, and I will always have a close moment, close everything to my heart with David Tennant era. I really enjoyed it, and I will continue to watch and talk about this magnificent show. But it all started for me in the David Tennant era. My first episode was Series 2, Cybermen, Power Earth with Rose's dad and stuff like that. The cliffhanger where the Cybermen were chasing the Doctor. Yeah, that was my moment joining the show, and I've never stopped watching ever since. So David Tennant, I absolutely love your era. Yeah. Comment down below what was your favourite of your era. You've been watching Go Doctor Who. Talk about Series 5 very soon.